Hello, this is Captain Dorge's Armory, and this is Captain Dorge coming at you from the North American server. And there's a special on the NA server right now called, Road to the T110 E5, something like that. Basically, the T110 E5 American Tier 10 heavy tank is being discounted down to 4.3 million credits instead of the normal 6.1 million. Also, the T32 and M103 are earning bonus credits and are also on discount. So, I just joined a new clan, and I want to get some more. We're doing a lot more clan wars, so I want to get some more tier 10s, and the T110 E5 was going to be my next one anyway. And since it's on sale for such a cheap amount for a tier 10, I decided to blitz it. So I've been playing the M103 a lot. And in the last couple of days, I have had some amazing games of World of Tanks. I had back-to-back Invader medals with my M103. There's an operation going on right now called Operation Top Gun, where you get 20,000 extra credits for getting a Top Gun. In one of those Invader games, I got Top Gun Pascucci's medal Invader. In the other one, I was like seconds away from Top Gun, and the Tiger 2 on our team said he would let me take it, and then right when I got there, he shot the guy and killed him, which made me pretty mad. I've had some just absolutely ridiculous matches where we lost, but I stood against more than I should have been able to for longer. Matches where we won, and I did that. Matches where the enemy team was just hopeless, and I clubbed them to death like they were puppies or something. I don't know. But what you can see is that just because I'm trying to pump out the T110 E5 as fast as possible, it doesn't mean that all my other tanks need to get neglected. I have 39 other tanks. So what we're actually going to look at today are a pair of E-50 replays. And I say a pair of because both of these matches were really, really crazy, and I want to preserve them for all eternity. Now, I'm going to take a quick look at the E-50 because it's really good. The E-50 is a Tier 9 German medium tank. It's got a really high horsepower engine, and it's really fast. It weighs a lot. It's pretty big for a medium tank. It weighs 65 tons. It's pretty well armored for a medium tank as well. It's 120 millimeters thick at the front, 85 at the front of the turret, and 80 on the sides and rear. And you can see the front is pretty well sloped. It's got the large lower plate though, but if you angle your front armor, your front plate and your lower plate will bounce some pretty ridiculous shells. So the E-50 is fast, it's pretty well armored, it's pretty resilient. But what really makes this thing special is it's got an absolutely amazing gun. The 105 KWK 45 L52 Asif B, which is essentially a souped up version of the gun for the Tiger 2, the 105 millimeter L52 for the Tiger 2. It's an improved version of that. Now you can see it's got a 6 round per minute rate of fire, which isn't that fast for the Tier 9 mediums. I think it's actually the slowest. 220 penetration, which is pretty good. 390 damage, which is awesome. 0.32 accuracy, which is really, really good. And 2.3 second aiming time, which is also pretty good. So for equipment on my E-50, I have a gun rammer to increase the rate of fire, vertical stabilizer to allow you to aim your shots quicker, even though you already have a pretty decent aiming time. Reducing it essentially by 20% is pretty nice. And I have coated optics. This tank already has good view range. I'd like to increase it even more. So the coated optics give me an extra 40-meter view range, so 440 meters is pretty good. For skills on my tank, I have repair as the first skill for everyone but the commander, who has 6th sense. My commander's second skill is repair at 82%. My gunner has Deadeye. He should really honestly probably have Snapshot. My driver has Smooth Ride, situational awareness on my radio operator to increase the range, and save stowage on the loader. A lot of the loader skills really suck, so reducing your chance of ammo rack death is pretty nice, so save stowage. Now, alright, enough of that. Let's jump this thing into the fight. E-50, Tier 9 German medium, go. Alright, so here we are, we're on a standard battle on Redshire. Not a huge fan of this map. A lot of the time it devolves into a massive, massive camp fest. But that's not the case in this match. I prefer being on this side if I have to be. To be honest, that is because I think this side is better. If I have to camp, if I'm in something like a T95, which is so slow you're essentially reduced to camping no matter what, I think this map has better camping locations, more of them. Excuse me. So, if I have to camp, I prefer to do it from down here, and you can attack really effectively from this side of the map by sending a force of tanks out of the base and up onto the hill somewhere around here. They can spot pretty much everything right here, and the stuff close to them on the hill, and then all that stuff, the people down here get shot off this hill, the people on the hill get shot out of here and here, and the people in here get shot by everyone over here. So you can see the enemy's AMX-50 Foch completely throwing his life away. Now, I want to be attacking in this match. Tier 9, their team got 2 extra Tier 9s, which is a little ridiculous. Wait, I take that back. I fail at counting. I thought the Lorraine was a 5100, and I didn't even see the patent. Our team actually has an extra Tier 9. So, yeah. I want to be attacking here, but I don't want to just charge straight in. I want to let that Conqueror... He's obviously going to go up to that detection spot I was talking about. I want to let him do his detection.
Looks like that one went
and I'm going to take advantage of my incredible accuracy, and I'm going to try and get some sniping done. I'm also going to try and use my good view range to spot people that move into that farm in Sector G2, because that farm is a pretty common location. You can see the enemy's Conqueror. He's kind of YOLOing. He dies, and he starts to yell at his team for sucking. Now, while I do agree with the Conqueror for sucking, I probably wouldn't have said exactly what he said. I probably would have gone with, we've lost this match, our deployment was bad. You know, something like that. But anyway, I'm still staying here in my snipe spot. It's a pretty good spot to snipe from. If I had a camo crew, it would be a lot better. I'm not seeing anything, so I decided to move up, increase my view range, fall and stay with the attack. That's my idea here. So, excuse me, jeez, I don't know what is going on. So we're rolling forward, supporting the Type 59 and the Panther off on our left. There's also a Lorraine and a T-54E1 moving up with them. And our Conqueror is up on the hill spotting. So that Tiger 2 just saw me. I presume the Conqueror probably saw him. It might have been me. And I put a shot through the turret roof. And I'll reload and put another shot right through the side of his turret.
Looks like that one went right through.
Good damage on this gun. Reasonable rate of fire. Very accurate. Now, Object 704, that's bad news. But he's giving me his side. Okay, he backed off. T-54, no problem. Set that T-54 on fire, so that was a good 531 damage there. Right, the enemy's turtling on the hill. It's time to be aggressive. We need to detect them. Right now, our weakness is we're not detecting anything. The enemy can probably see the Panther and the Type 59 and the Lorraine down in F1. They might be able to see the Conqueror. They can't see me. So I'm going to push in and get spots. I just spotted that Yak Panther. The Ag Panther's going for it. I managed to get a lucky tracking shot on the Ag Panther. So not only did I hit him pretty hard, but blew his track off. And our Lorraine doesn't waste any time. He sticks one straight into him, and he's dead. Now, just lit up a whole nasty bunch back there. An Artie, a Lorraine, an IS-6. Right here, I catch the Object 704 just being really stupid. I don't know if he's given up or if he's just tunnel visioning right now, but he pulls back for a second, and I decide to make sure I'm not giving him a ridiculous angle in case he, pays attention. But right now, he's just letting me shoot him over and over again right in the side. So yeah, I'll do that, no problem. 704, you are mine. Now, after I put 3 huge hits into him, he finally wakes up and turns to face me, and gets killed by our Type 59. Good job. So the Lorraine's making a break for it. I'm not quick enough on my predictive aiming. I put a blind shot at the Lorraine. I might have hit. I have no idea if I did. That Black Prince is looking at me. Not really worried about a Black Prince. But I now have great shots on Lorraine. Me and the Conqueror combo shoot him and he dies. Right, time to get aggressive and roll up on this Black Prince. I know there's an IS-6 up there somewhere. But the Black Prince's gun is pretty weak, so if I give the Black Prince my front armor, he'll actually have trouble penetrating it. And my gun can just basically shoot straight through it. And there you go, one shot into the Black Prince and he's dead. Now I know there's the T-54 over there, but I really want to get some hits on this T-29. This T-29 is just really exposed, and I want him to die. And there you go, there's my gun trolling me. Get him down to like 20 health and then track him. But whatever, I got a good hit into him. Alright, there's the IS-6. Take shots at him. He appears to be behind a rock. Right, well, let's keep moving in. No reason to waste time now. We've won this game. I was going to go for the IS-6's hatch, but he's like just behind a rock enough that I couldn't see what was going on. So I end up not even taking a shot. And here we find the enemy IS-8 is AFK. So I'll take advantage of that. Bounce one off his non-existent front armor. At this kind of angle, this gun should never bounce off that armor, but I just did twice. So that was cool. Oh, maybe I can reload. Nope. Alright, AFK IS-6, or AFK IS-8, and I don't get any damage on him. And the battle ends. So, let's take a quick look at the post-battle results screen. Well, here we are with the post-battle results. As you can see, that was a pretty good game for the E-50. 3,624 experience, doubled for the first win of the day. 80,000 credits. That's a really, really awesome score, credit-wise, for the E-50. The E-50 is expensive to run. I lose money on it a lot. If you have a bad game with the E-50, forget about it. You lose. Like, you don't make money. If you have a mediocre game in it and you still win, you might lose 2 or 3K even with premium. So to get 80,000 credits and a 61K profit on the E-50 is just insane. Now you can see what gave me all that credits and experience. Here's the report on what we were doing here, and we shot a lot of people. Put a lot of hits on stuff, but look at the detection. So you can see I got Sniper and Confederate as well as Sharpshooter and Master Gunner. So 2 heroes of battle, always nice. Top damage on my team with 4676. The Conqueror, he did really well. He had 4,094 damage. That's a lot. The Type 59 also had a good game. Stock Lorraine, he played pretty good in the Stock Lorraine. And the 5100 or 120 over on the other side was doing a lot of damage as well. So we had a good team, and they had a pretty terrible one. So I mean, only 3 people on their team had over 1,000 damage. The Object 704, he can do 1,400 damage like that. He can do 1,500 damage like that in 2 hits. So not a good game for him. T-29 with 1,200 damage in a Tier 9 match. He did all right to do that well with such a crappy team. Lorraine only did 1,300. S-51 can do that in one hit. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. Although he is only in a Tier 7. That's terrible. 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 That guy was an idiot. Terrible. Terrible. AFK. So it's no surprise that we won that match. But the amount that we won it by was just ridiculous. So you can see the gun's accuracy, 15 shots fired, 15 hits, so I did hit that Lorraine with my blind shot. 13 penetrations, and you saw the only bounces were the two off the AFK IS-8 right at the end. So 4,700 damage done, 1 hit received. I can't even remember who shot me. I think it might have been the IS-6 at the end. I think he might have bounced a shell off me, I don't even know. Or blew my track off or something. Enemies detected 4, but that's like only the first detection. I redetected a bunch of people. Look at the spotting damage, 3,717. So, because of that spotting damage, the way detection damage works is half of the detection damage is credited to you as damage, and you get experience and credits as if you had done that damage yourself. Not all of it, only half of it. So, that's another 1,900 damage added to my total. So, it was like I did 6,500 damage. So that was a really, really good game for the E-50. Now, that's not all. We've got another E-50 game coming up, and this one was incredible. So, here goes. Right, here we are, second E-50 match. As you can see, it's a standard battle on Westfield. I like Westfield as a map. It's not one of my favorites, but when Westfield loads up, I'm not like, oh man, it's Westfield. I usually have pretty decent games on Westfield. It tends to be pretty fun. So you can see that in this match, it's a Tier 9 match, 4 Tier 9s per side. On our team, we have M103, we have my E-50, we have a Jagdtiger, and a Leopard prototype. The enemy team has an IS-8, a Jagdtiger, a Leopard prototype, and an Object 704. And after that, the enemy team is rounded out with a very strong lineup of Tier 8 heavies, a good Tier 8 TD, 3 Tier 7s, and 3 powerful artillery. Our team rounded out similarly. We have some pretty good Tier 8 heavies, a 1390, pay attention to him, 2 Super Pershings, a couple of Tier 7 TDs, and 3 very nasty arty. So really balanced matchmaker, pretty good matchmaker for this thing. You know, it's not an 8 Tier 10 game with 3 GWEs all waiting to one-shot me, because they easily can and do frequently. So what I do here is I'm going to come up onto the hill and snipe. The Leopard prototype stopping in that bush, 1390 stopping in that bush, 2 Super Pershings are sticking low. And what I'm going to do is a little rash, and on the surface pretty stupid, but I'm confident I'm confident doing it because of a couple of things. The first thing is that I have 6 Sense on my crew, so the moment I'm spotted, I'll know. The second thing is you can see on my minimap the circle right there. It represents my view range, and I know that my view range is quite long, so I can see what my detection boundaries are, and from that I can infer that no one is able to detect me. And the way that I can infer that is I know where several enemy tanks are, because they're, on the map, and I know that most of the enemies are probably going to camp right here. So, if my view range isn't sufficient to detect them, they're not going to be able to detect me. And so there we go. That 1390's found something. T-71. Take a shot at him. Miss. This gun is really accurate, but that T-71 is still like 550 meters away. And tiny and moving. So We miss. Now I'm staying in the woods right here to try and minimize my chance of being detected. And I'm also looking around for any opportunistic shots I can take across the way into the city, but it's just too far. But we're not spotting anything, and I don't like that, so I move up and I get spotted. And I decide to park in this bush. That's a gutsy move. You can see I am taking fire. There was a shot right there, but I'm gambling that I've dropped off there, out of their line of sight, because I am on the extreme edge of view range. And so now that I'm parked in this bush, not moving, even without a camo net or a camo trained crew, I should be pretty safe. And you can see I'm not taking any more enemy fire. They can't see me. Now, looking at the team score, you can see bad things are happening. We're down 3, they're only down 2. And watching the health of the tanks in town, now we're down 2 to 4. Watching the health of the vehicles in town that I can see, they're all on low health. And I see that T-34 about to break into our base. So, and I can also see that IS-3 coming around the side. So it's not looking great. And we just pulled back 2 kills, but they got 3 more. So it's 4 to 7 now. They're about to wreck this low. One of our super Pershings decided it's a good idea to YOLO into the enemy base. I'm basically getting the exact opposite vibe. I'm thinking it's time to YOLO into my own base. I'm going to try and get a shot into this IS-3 first. I get a shot into him, but it does no damage. The Leopard prototype is detected by the Super Pershing, and I take a speculative shot at him. Pretty sure that one missed. Right. 4 to 8. Nothing defending our base but a Super Pershing, 2 Arties, and a Leopard prototype. It's time for me to get back in there. I'm a tier 9 medium and I haven't done anything. It's time to remedy that. So I pull back towards the base, and what I'm trying to do is I want to get down underneath these hills right here, because what I can do is I can force the enemy to come around them and onto my gun, where I can shoot the crap out of them. We still have 2 very powerful artillery left, an SU-14 and an M12. We have a sniping Leopard prototype, an AMX 1390, and a Super Pershing. So we still have some assets here. What we need to do immediately is get rid of this Yak Tiger. And that SU-14, or M12 rather, just set him on fire. So that was great. But it cost the M12 his life. And if I had noticed who killed the M12, I would have known that the SC-122-44, he's over here. I've been spotted by the SC-122-44, and I hadn't realized he was there.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
He puts a big hit into me with his gun. I kill him. There we go. Now, IS-3's coming, very dangerous tank. You can see right there. I take his shot on the turret, and I put a shot into him, blow his track off, and do quite a bit of damage. Put another shot into him. You can see what I'm trying to do is, I don't really have a lot of movement room here, but I'm just trying to juke back and forward enough to throw off the IS-3's aim and to throw off the aim of artillery. It's working, but I did just take a 356 damage hit from Artie, so that's awesome. I back up, accidentally bump into the Super Pershing. My bad. What I'm gonna do here is I'm trying to pull that IS-3 down the hill, but if I can't pull the IS-3 down the hill, what I want to do is I want to pop up somewhere where he's not expecting it. Now you can see the enemy is going after the Leopard prototype. He's going in by himself. He puts a shot into the IS-3. The enemy Leopard prototype is now behind him. Our Leopard is in a very bad spot. He's got an IS-8 and IS-3 in front of him with a Leopard prototype behind. Our 1390 takes down the IS-3. Our Leopard is going for the IS-8, probably trying to shoot his way out of the situation, but all that does is it detects the AT-15. This is not good. I don't really want to be coming up here against this stuff, But at the same time, if I can get a side hit on that AT-15, I really want to, because that's a very dangerous tank. Now, at this point, I'm not going to lie, I've written the Leopard prototype off as dead. What I want to do is I want to make sure our 1390 kills their Leopard prototype, and so I move over to help with that. 1390 doesn't need my help. I start trying to get back into the fight against these guys. The moment our Leopard dies, it becomes a horrible idea to stay up here, so I'm not going to stick around long. I fire one at the IS-8, it bounces, and as I try to re-aim for another shot, I decide to not risk getting wrecked by the artillery, and I retreat down the hill. And the Super Pershing's having none of this retreat crap. He's going for it. Boom. There you go, dead. So he was rewarded with for his bravery with death, due in part to the fact that I abandoned him. But really, the reason why I abandoned him was sound. I abandoned him because if I didn't abandon him, then I would have been dead. And a dead E-50 doesn't do anything. But an E-50 that's still alive, backed up down that hill, can reposition to snipe the IS-3 that's now coming in from the other side with nothing but a 1390 to stop him. So I take a blind shot at the IS-3 for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, that IS-3 needs to keep attacking or else I'll never be able to kill him. So if he goes all belly up and starts sitting there, I can't kill him. I want to kill him. So I fire a shot at him, hoping it'll scare him into moving. Now you can see he's on the move again, but I've backed up so far I can't see him. So I've got to pull closer. During that time, the IS-8 gives me a nice side shot, and I take the low health IS-8 out. I still can't see the IS-3, but I know roughly where he is. I'm worried about the AT-15. I'm also very cognizant of the fact that there was a KV-3 right behind me not too long ago. I fire at the IS-3. I glance the side of his turret and bounce. No matter, reload, take more careful aim this time, and fire. Right through the roof of his turret. IS-3 dead. Now, this AT-15, this is dangerous. He's coming for it. He's on full health. And the Su-14 pushes the awesome button and one-shots him. That was game-changing. What I was going to try to do, I was going to try to come up behind and above the AT-15, where I could shoot him in his weak rear and roof armor, instead of having to go front to front with his incredibly strong armor and ridiculous DPM. That AT-15 does the same amount of damage per shot as I do, but I think he fires almost twice as fast, is more accurate, double the armor, and has no aim time at all. So, no, I was not going to front to front with him. But right here, I'm looking for the KV-3. And at first I was waiting for the 1390. I waited for the 1390 and the RD to reload, but instead of just waiting for the 1390, I decided to go for it by myself. And alright, I just proxy spotted him, which means I'm proxy spotted. And there's 3 RD left, so I don't want to be sitting too still. So what I actually want to do here is I'm actually trying to back up out of proxy spotting. Since I know where this guy is, I don't need to be proxy spotting anymore. And there you have a hit from the French Tier 5 RD. He did 437 damage with his initial hit, and an additional, 200 basically with the fire that he set. That fire only ticked for 3 ticks, and it did 200 damage. I'm now on 315 health, but the 1390 has killed the KV-3. It's just me, the 1390, and an RD against 3 enemy RDs. So we've really managed to turn the tide here. But this is dangerous, because that artillery is dangerous and time is running out. Now, I had a hunch that one of their RD would probably be up here, and I was right. early detection on the M12. My first shot misses. Second shot kills him. Now I need to move, but I need to move unpredictably to keep the enemy arty from killing me while I'm lit up. So I'm basically going down the road, but I'm not going straight down it. It's a good thing I didn't go straight down it because the shot just landed right in the middle of it. Right, and there's the enemy M12. You can see he's done what I would have done in his situation. He's going to go TD mode against our Su-14 and try to take our base. That's actually a pretty good maneuver on his part. The 1390 is fast enough to get back, but, like, they only need to get lucky once and they can kill that 1390 pretty easily. So I was going to stop for a minute, and I thought about going back to base, and then I realized, what am I, retarded? 1390 can handle that. I need to root out this French arty in their base and kill it before time runs out. I do a massive noob maneuver there, break my own tracks, repair kit them as fast as possible, because I know Senor Frenchie is watching. I don't want to die. First thing I come to do is I come down and check the normal artillery spot. The French arty detects me, I don't detect him. Now, I didn't proxy that entire area, so it is possible that he's still back down there, but what I'm thinking is if he was back down there, he wouldn't have just let me drive away, he would have made him move. I've been detected by him again. He was last seen on the map up on this hill. I'm thinking he's still up on this hill. I'm just trying to proxy detect these woods. And the 1390 has dealt with the M12 and he's now coming back. Where the heck is this stupid Frenchman? Oh, there he is. Oh, not good. Oh, my word, I fired and I hit his tracks. But he fired and hit my tracks. I got 34 health left. My one shot will kill him. Boom. Look at the match timer. 30 seconds left. What? That was just complete chaos. Like, everything at the end had to go right, or that was over. And it went right. I blew my own tracks off and botched the kill shot on that arty, but the RNG was on my side. His shot did not kill me, and there was no way he was going to survive my return fire. That 1390 carried us so hard. That Su-14, without his amazing artillery play, absolutely no chance whatsoever. And the three of us managed to account for 12 enemy vehicles. So, great game. Great game. Now, I didn't save the full post-battle results of this match because they honestly weren't that incredible. But, I mean, just look at that. Su-14, 5,000 damage dealt, top experience, or second experience. 1390 with 3,300 damage and top experience. 2,190 damage. Now, honestly, not that... Honestly, in terms of, like, damage dealt and kills and blah, 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 that was actually not even that good of a game. It was just such a crazy match. It's not about my contribution. It's about the contribution of the team. These two guys were ridiculous. I mean, I ended up doing pretty well. This guy, he did pretty well. This guy made a good distraction, but it was ultimately futile. You can see he didn't really get much out of it, basically, so that's unfortunate for him. But just, oh my word. These two guys, I did not realize they were in a platoon, but if Watt Sisterbot or Yu Yakotyin, I have no idea how to pronounce that, if you guys ever see this, holy crap, that was incredible. Massive props to those guys. So yeah, that was an awesome game. Now that's everything for now. This has been a long one, but I think it's been a good one. So Captain Dorja here, and just remember, you can never have enough big guns.